Hey everybody, it is Catherine. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about manifesting through the Unity Consciousness paradigm. This is where you understand that you are living in a holographic simulation and you control the hologram. You control the matrix and you control it with your mind. You control it with the sensations and the feelings of the body. And I teach you how to do that. One of the ways I do that is here on my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you love this content, I invite you to like and subscribe and get your notifications for when I go live. I tend to do these every other day or so. So the other way to get support, guidance, accountability with this work is to join Unity School. That's my online private membership community in the school community. And I love it. We're changing lives in here and we're growing this community. I'd love you to be a part of it if this work speaks to you. I recently created a price point that I think is very easy for everyone to join every month. Come for a month, stay for a year. It's up to you. You're going to grow, you're going to expand, and you're going to realize that there are infinite possibilities available to you. So today, I am very excited to simplify, strip things down, pull the veil away from anywhere you think that you're not good at visualization. Number one, that's not true. And number two, I want to give you a simple, clean, quick, and dirty rundown of how to perfect your visualization process. Now, if you are considering reaching for anything new, if you endeavor to do something that takes you out of your comfort zone, sometimes people get hung up on, well, how do I visualize something I haven't done yet? This is for you if you are struggling with that. This is also for you if you want to tighten up your visualization process. Maybe you think you're pretty good at it right now. You probably are. And I want to encourage you, don't just think of using this for big things that you want to manifest in your life. That's a mental construct. There is no big or small. There's just change, and change is constant because it's part of ongoing experience. And change is change. Change is total. So when you are doing visualization, keep this in mind. There's nothing big or small, because sometimes we think oh, I can't visualize this. It's too big for me. It's not part of my known reality. That's the whole point of visualization. And to get good at it, it takes practice. Everyone can do this. And I'm going to give you some very simple techniques to help you tighten up your existing visualization practice if you want to make it even better. And if you've got those big, bad, scary feelings about I'm not doing it right or I'm doing it wrong, there is no wrong, but you can always do your visualization a little bit better. And also I want to clear some things up about how your vantage point has a lot to do with how quickly or how speedy your progress is in turning that imaginal act into your physical reality. So let's get into it. So when I teach this in Unity School and in all of my programs, the most important thing to start with, so number one, is breath and presence. You can't do anything to manifest or create a more desirable, more preferred reality unless you are present. Because unless you are fully aware, awake, breathing into the now moment, you're not present. You are ruminating on the past, or you're into the future, where these are ghost lands. They don't exist. They are echoes. They are phantoms. The only creational space is now, because now, in terms of spiritual time, or what I call zero time, where there is no linear, there's no thing in relation to this or that. Time is collapsed into one consciousness, and the only reality is the one consciousness. The only reality is consciousness, and there's no other way to access that than being present in the now. So you go into breath and presence. And once you're practiced in this, it's very easy to become centered. And this is where you gain mental and your physical control of the body. So just by simply breathing in deeply through the nose and out through the mouth, you come into presence. Okay, and I'm going to take you through a very quick and dirty mini version of going into guided visualization at the end of this video. So stick around and watch until the end, please. So do that for about 3 times. Let go. Don't try to get rid of or eradicate your thoughts. That never works. just more and more move into presence, center yourself. And the only way to do that really easily, really quickly is with the breath. So just breathe in through the nose, out through your mouth. Slow your breathing down. Come into the fullness of your body. Feel your body connected to the physical world around you, the seat you're sitting in, the bed you're lying on, your feet on the floor. With each breath, notice more and more of your physical surroundings that are surrounding you right now. This will bring you centered into the present. You start every visualization process this way, and you're going to be an ace in no time. The other thing about coming into breath and presence, so this is number 2. Sometimes when we are prompted to do some visualization, it's because we are triggered by something in our external reality that we don't like. We become hyper aware of something that we don't prefer to experience, we don't want to be dealing with in that moment. So we might go into this process from a place of desperation, from a place of worry, from a place of ego need, from a place of anxiety. So again, the breath and the presence is a way to get your attention back from where something outside of you has captured it, okay? This is the only way to really do this. And it sometimes, if you're spun out in anxiety or worry or desperation, you got some bad news, you got in a fight with somebody, you just got a notice from the utility company that you owe this money, or you just got an offender bender, coming into breath and presence will allow you to see all of the resources that are available in the moment, in the now moment, as solutions, as ways to move you into the next most desirable feeling space. Okay, you can't do that unless you're present. So again, I hope I'm really underlining the value of breath and presence. Okay, so if you're worried, anxiety, you want to visualize what you want to manifest, you have to get control of your attention first. Breath and presence is how you do that. Okay, so you want to, this is very important, to see and feel from the present moment. So how do you do that? There's a lot of people who teach visualizing and talk about seeing yourself like on a movie screen. I've done this with my hypnotherapy clients before I realized that like it only really works, this visualization, and only is very effective if you are not thinking of yourself in this desired situation, but thinking from yourself in this desired situation. So you have to put yourself in the first person, meaning you are this person having already done, having already received this thing you want to be, do, or have, and you are looking out from that person's eyes. You are seeing this from the vantage point of that person who already has the result you're desiring, okay? This is far, far more effective, like leagues beyond just like seeing yourself on a movie screen, watching yourself go through the motions as this desired person in their preferred experience. If you are thinking from it, thinking from the first person vantage point equals now. If you are looking at yourself on a movie screen, watching yourself play out this imaginal act of being doing this thing, you're not in the presence. You're not in the now. You are, in other words, from the subconscious's view, looking at yourself from a past you or future you, okay? So you're not now. You're not one with, okay? You're not one with this desired ideal. So make yourself one with this desired ideal. The easiest way to do it, again, breath and presence, come into the now, because breath and presence equals the now. And looking out at the world that you're now in as this desired persona, ideation of you, from this perspective, from that person, okay? So again, this is going to tighten up your manifestation practice like you would not believe. This will speed your progress along and give you speedier results in what you're looking for. So we'll go through this at the end of this video. The other thing, see yourself doing what you would be doing if you had already received this thing. So in other words, you're already doing what you would do if this desired outcome has come to pass. It's already done, it's already finished, it's already manifested, it's already here, it's already cemented in your physical reality. So what would you be doing that proves to you, that sends this signal, this message to your subconscious mind, which is where this is impressed and it becomes concretized reality through the subconscious mind. When you visualize a scene, an imaginal act, doesn't have to be very long. It could be 30 seconds, okay? My best imaginal acts that I do that help me to manifest things, this is how I cleared my debt. I'll give you an example. I imagined myself, what would be true of my reality, in other words? If I had already cleared my debt, what would I be doing? So I imagine an act where I had just had a stack of bills on my desk and I just paid the last one. So you don't have to go into the how. In fact, don't, because that's none of your business. That's the universe's business. Your business as a creator being, a limitless, eternal, infinite creator being who controls the simulation of this physical reality, is the one who holds the seed or the feeling of the end result already finished. Okay, that's your job. Don't worry about the how. I know it's easy to get hung up on that. We also work on this in the Unity School community, because a lot of people get hung up on like, well, what the how? None of your business. You don't have to worry about that. So if you're really hung up on that, then you should definitely get in Unity School. But when I'll tell you something really, really pivotal here. Once you get really good at imagining a scene for yourself where, like I had paid off my debt, I had my last bill in front of me and I was writing on it, paid in full. I put it on my calendar, all debts cleared, all bills paid, and I'm looking out at this scene. I'm seeing my hand from this vantage point of me as the version I want to be, writing on my calendar, all debts cleared, all bills paid. I'm seeing myself write with my pen in hand from my eyes, my vantage point, writing all debt cleared. And then seeing and feeling myself jump up and down in my office, in this same office, looking out at the window at the storm that's raging outside and saying, it's done, it's finished. And there's another little piece I add to this that helps you use the flow state or the fourth dimensional perspective to help you concretize this vision even further. I'm about to share this the next month of November in Unity School. So if you want to know how to even 10 times this result, you want to get in on that. But that can be your complete scene. That can be your complete scene right there. And if you run it quickly, it can take 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And so loop it through. Make sure that, and you can check yourself and keep checking yourself on this, that you're not thinking of it. You're not seeing yourself play out this imaginal act. You are that person. In your imagination, when you close your eyes, and I'm going to walk you through this in a second so you know how to do this powerfully for yourself, you are looking out from the eyes of that person that is already the ideal version of you, where the thing is already done. It's already finished. It's already come to pass. It's already part of your reality. So ask yourself right now, before we go into this imaginal scene that I'll walk you through very quickly, what would be true of your life? What would be happening if this thing that you want, this thing that you desire more than anything else, and you have to have a powerful desire, that's important. You know, there's people who teach like, you know, just be kind of cavalier about it. The feeling is what concretizes it. So unless you have a strong desire for this thing, what are you using to cement this imaginal act? Because it's not just the visualization. The visualization gets you to the feeling, which is the most important seed or thing that concretizes this imaginal act into physical reality. It's the feeling. So the stronger the visualization, the more quick and clean and clear the visualization is, the easier it is for you to get to the feeling. The feeling of, if it were true, I already had this thing, what would it feel like? And so to get there first, what if it were true, you already had this thing, you were having this thing, and it was already true, what would be going on? What kind of activity? What would prove to you, in other words, or be evidence to your subconscious that this thing has already happened, it's already done, it's already finished. And I'm showing my subconscious, see, this is already here. And if that impression is powerful, your subconscious takes it as true. Your subconscious is neutral, impartial, but incredibly suggestible and susceptible. So it'll take on whatever is the most powerful vision. And if that vision is so powerful, it will supplant or allow to be replaced any vision before that that was not supporting your desired outcome, that was not wholesome to what you want to experience, because this new vision is far more powerful. Does that make sense? And if you have questions about this, put them in the comments, because I'd love to know where you struggle with this. And I'd love to be able to help you clear things up if I can. So what would you be doing? So getting clear on what it is you want. What do you want? What's your most desirable outcome? What do you want to be, do, or have? And then what would be true, or what would be going on in your reality? What activity would you be involved in? What kind of conversation would you be having? Would you be hanging out with somebody? What would be happening? What friend would show up first to congratulate you? It can be anything. So allow your imagination to wander. Have some fun with this. This is play. Okay, and understand that for all intents and purposes, your imagination is God. And when we think of God, we think of a creator being. You are a creator being. And through what faculty? The imagination. That's your supreme vehicle. That is you playing God, using your imagination in powerful ways. The problem is we use our imagination and we're at war with ourselves through our own imagination, because we imagine worst case scenarios, we worry, we panic, da da da. Use the same faculty that you would use to spin yourself out and get worried, imagining worst case scenarios, to create your highest and best scenario that jibes with what you want. Okay? So let's do it. Get yourself in a place where you're sitting up straight. You don't have to take a long time to do this. We're going to do this. What time is it here? It's 3:13 p.m. here. So we're going to do this in 2 minutes. So close your eyes. Breathe in deep. And exhale through the mouth. Your posture is straight. You feel your feet flat on the floor. If you're laying down, that's fine. Keep your spine straight. No curves in the spine. Don't bend your legs. Lay straight. Breathe in and out. Center yourself. Come into the now. You can say it in your mind. I come into the now. I am present in the now. Breathe in and out. I want you to imagine a scene in your mind of you already having this thing. You are being this person, and you are doing the thing this ideal version of you would be doing. If what you want had already happened, it's already finished, it's already here, you've already had it for a while maybe, what would you be doing? What activity would you be involved in? Who would you be talking to? What friend is congratulating you? Just take a second. And now I want you to kind of turn up the volume on the sensory awareness of it, because this is where the feeling, the seed comes in to cement this into reality. What are you wearing? What color are your clothes? Are you inside or outside? If you're in your office, if you were to look around, could you see the things in your office? If you're in your living room, if you're in your kitchen, can you look around and see those things? Can you see the unwashed dishes in the sink? If you're outside, can you see that favorite tree in the park or the one in your backyard? Maybe you're sitting under it. Maybe you're in a cafe and your friend is coming through the door and greeting you, is so happy and hugs you and congratulates you and tells you how amazing and inspiring you are for showing her that if you can do this thing, she can too, or he can too. Let it play out. Let it play out so that the feeling overtakes you. Add in more sensory imagery. If you're in a cafe, take a sip of your coffee. What does it taste like? That espresso, that cafe au lait, that beautiful matcha tea. Feel the warmth as it goes down into your chest. If you're outside, you feel the wind blowing, picking up your hair, breezing past your ears. Give this a full sensory 3D surround sound IMAX experience so that it has all the feelings, as far as the sensory world is concerned, of being real. Your imagination doesn't know any different. Your subconscious doesn't know any different. And now bring yourself back into the now moment. Open your eyes. That took us a little bit longer. That was 3 minutes. But as you do this on your own, you could do it in 30 seconds. My imaginal scenes, and I pretty much use visualization for everything at this point because I go by the 80-20 rule. 80% energy work, visualization, feeling into it, maintaining, the feeling state of the wish fulfilled, living in the end result of it as if it's already here, living as this person, literally showing up in my life as this person who already has the thing, is being the thing, is doing the thing. That's about 80% of it. And the other 20% is following up. It's just following up, because the more practiced you are at this, you'll get cues, breadcrumbs from your external reality saying, hey, act on this. Hey, act on this. And the key is to pick up those threads, pick up those breadcrumbs, follow that trail, even if it doesn't make sense. And think of it this way. If it doesn't make sense to you, good, you're in great territory, because that means that the old version of you, the version it doesn't make sense to, is the one that's saying, wait, that doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. That means that this information is coming from this new version of you, the version of you that's already saying, hey, come and play some more. We're already here. We're already establishing ourselves. We're already skipping into this timeline. We're already collapsing time between events so that this is here. It's happening. It's now. And so even when it doesn't make sense, take some action, because there's really nothing to lose. If anything, there's no failure. There's only feedback. So if you, pick up a breadcrumb that maybe that didn't take me where I want to go, you'd be surprised how many times that thing that took you where you didn't want to go actually opened the doors up to something new that you couldn't even imagine, that you couldn't even grasp with the old version of you. So use this. Let me know in the comments how this works out. If this helps you kind of tighten up your manifesting and visualizing game, if this brought in some new perspectives, I'd love to know. And the invitation is out there to join Unity School. We now have this community that is growing. We have women seeing results in here. You are welcome to come in and hone your manifesting skills through the Unity Consciousness Paradigm, where everything is one. You are one with everything. You are everything and everyone, just under different circumstances. When you simplify and consolidate life to this working premise, life gets really uncomplicated really quickly, and you realize that you really are the puppet master. No one else is outside of you. You are the master creator of your reality in all things. And this frees up a lot of energy for you to create in the realm of infinite possibilities, which is what we're all meant to be here to do. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Bye-bye for now.